Hey everyone, welcome back to Comic Frontline. Jay here with a special kind of review. This week on Frontline and Comic Related, we're celebrating Zenescope Entertainment with Zenescope Week. So in addition to our regular reviews and stuff, we're also going to be doing Zenescope themed reviews, articles, and all that stuff. So stay tuned for everyone's stuff and pay attention to the written site as well as this, because there'll be big things coming up this week. So for me, I'm going to be doing Charmed Season 9. It's going to be an all-week thing leading up to my prediction, my thoughts on what I want from Season 10, which is coming out later this year. So I'm going to get right to it. Today I'm doing issues 0 through 5 of Season 9 of Charmed by Zenescope. Alright, issue 0 is the source book. This is basically a catch-up guidebook for the TV series, and it prepares you for Season 9. It sets up by using the Book of Shadows as the frame of reference to guide you through the TV series and on to Season 9. It introduces you to who's who and what's what in the Charmed universe, and it's very specific on why they show you who these people are and who these things are and what's this and what's that, because these are plot elements that play out throughout the season. So if you're going to start here, if you're going to start reading Charmed Season 10, I suggest you get the Charmed Season 9 books, and especially the issue 0 for Charmed Season 9. Now, in addition to the who's who and what's what guide, they also give you a little neat little thing that they do, which is the Charmed ones guide you through each of their years since they came into their power. So, like, Piper would tell you about what happened in their first year. Phoebe would tell you about their second year. Paige would tell you about their whatever year, and it would go on like that, and it would just tell you the stories about what happened in a nice little one-page recap of each season, and then you get a little glimpse of what's to come in Season 9. Issues 1 through 5 are set 18 months after the TV series series finale, Forever Charmed. The Charmed ones are living pretty much charmed lives right now. There are no demons anymore to hunt, so things are pretty calm on that front. All three of them have become mothers. Piper and Leo have a third child, a little girl named Melinda. Piper is planning on opening her own restaurant, while Leo is running magic school. Phoebe and Coop have their first daughter named Prue. Phoebe is having a hard time returning to work because of Prue, and Coop is being a Cupid still. Paige and Henry have twin girls named Kat and Tam. Paige is working as a white lighter while also helping Leo at magic school. Now, Henry is still in his probation officer job. This first arc also introduces you to two new characters that are going to be predominantly featured in Season 9. And they are a female character named Nina and a male character named Hogan. And they begin to form a plan to bring back the source of all evil. Piper and Phoebe attend the funeral of their very first innocent that they ever protected as the Charmed ones, Brittany. While they're doing that, Paige visits her brand new charge, a high school kid named Brent, who's also like this bully, but he's kind of like not a full-on mean bully. He's sort of like a lighter version of Flash Thompson, if you will. He's a witch, and she's trying to prevent him from becoming a warlock. But he is murdered by Hogan. Phoebe gets a vision that Brittany died as a very old woman, even though she is actually younger than Phoebe. So they look inside of her coffin and they see that She actually looks just like she did when Javna sucked all her youthfulness out of her back in season 1 and almost killed her. Now, while searching through the Book of Shadows for clues on why Brittany's death made her look like the way she was with Javna, even though they vanquished Javna, Phoebe receives a powerful premonition that shows her that every single innocent and charge that they've saved as the Charmed Ones throughout the years is now in danger. While Piper and Paige attempt to gather as much information about these their past innocence, current whereabouts, Phoebe regains her empathy powers and she marries the reincarnated souls of Romeo and Juliet. Piper and Paige arrive at the home of Tyler Michaels, the fire starter teenager that they saved from the source during the TV series. They find that he is under attack from demons who want his blood in order to perform a ritual which involves using the blood of an innocent and the soul of the ancient burial ground, the soil of the from the ancient burial ground in the Hollow, in order to revive the source. Paige receives a new power also, and it is to create a force field that they dub the Orb Shield. So, Paige has a new power. Phoebe regained her power that the elders took away for misusing her powers. The Charmed Ones meet back up at the manor, where they realize that they must protect their past innocence and go back to fighting evil. However, they are unaware that Nina and Hogan have successfully resurrected the source of all evil. Nina and Hogan watch as the source of all evil prepares to take his vengeance on the Charmed Ones for vanquishing him again. So before he leaves, they discuss their true plans that the source doesn't know. When the source makes himself known to the Charmed Ones, he attacks them right outside of their house, and there's a huge fight outside of the house. Piper tries to attack him, and when she does, she unlocks her new power, which is she can speed up and slow down molecules. So she speeds them up and makes the ground in the street liquefy, and then she speeds them up and solidifies it, trapping the source and giving the Charmed Ones enough time to get to magic school where they meet up with their husbands. They try to figure out a way to, how the source could return, and Piper's really pissed because the source is the reason why Prue was killed. So Piper doesn't care about, the who's, the whens, or the whys, or the hows. All she cares about is, this is it. He's going down. I'm done with him. She's at the point where she doesn't want to even see him. So she's on a mission. She tells them, get the biggest, baddest spell that you can think of. I want you to put it together. Use every spell that you can think of in the Book of Shadows, because we're going to take out the source once and for all. She has them gather up magic from every single magical creature and person that they've ever encountered, so they can use it to power the spell. And that, combined with the power of 3, the Charmed Ones vanquish the source once again. But Nina intercepts this destruction, and she guides the source's energies into her army of lower level demons. And that's where the first arc ends. Now, this really was great. I loved how they showed the emotion of Piper throughout this, because Piper was the one who was really affected the most by Prue's death. And I love that they carried that over onto this. The characters feel very much like the TV show. You can hear Holly Marie Combs as Piper in this. You can hear Alyssa Milano as Phoebe. You can hear Rose McGowan as Paige. The writer really does capture their voices very well. I love the way that they did that, and I love that they added new things. So they didn't just say, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep it just like the show. They didn't. They added their own stuff to it. They added new levels of storytelling to it, new powers, which I loved. But they also fit it in with what they already established. It's just like with the show, whenever they got a new power, it fit into their old power sets. So for the story, I'm going to give this a 4 3/4 because I think there could have been a couple little things tweaked here and there that I would have preferred, a little bit better. But overall, really great, solid start to this season. Art-wise, I loved the art. Even though it wasn't as detailed as I normally like it, what they did do, though, and I like it that they did this, because this is a book that's based off of a show, which has actors in it, and I say this when I do my Smallville reviews, that you have to capture those actors in your art. If you're going to do a book that has an established character, established person, a real life human being, you need to capture that person's image when you draw them. Otherwise, it's just a random character. And they actually do that. There are times where the characters look almost like someone drew over a picture of the character. But you can tell that they didn't because of the context of the stories. But it is very well done. So I really like that aspect of it. So the art, I'm going to give a 4.5. Overall, I'm going to give this first arc a 4.5 stars, and I say pick it up. This is available in a trade. Now the trade has some great things. You get pictures of all the covers. You get some bonus features in it, like a little story about the Warren family. I'm going to tell that later on in the week, but for right now, if you can't pick up the single issues, pick up the trade paperback. And check out Zenescope.com because they have some great sales going on for back issues. Maybe you can pick up the whole season of Charm Season 9. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline, check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.